Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly market updates. I'm Khadgawat. So yet another week for frontline indices of Indian equity markets and remained in a tight range and traded with volatility. However, broader indices have outperformed and continued with their upward momentum. In today's session, MPC meeting outcome has injected josh into the markets with 50 BPS rate cut and 1% of CRR rate cut have pushed the markets high, especially the NBFC, auto sector, real estate and banking has seen the maximum traction among the investors. Along with the lower projections for inflation to 3.7% and status quo on GDP projections at 6.5%, the most important point of the MPC meeting outcome remained the change of stance from accommodative to neutral. That clearly means that going forward, the chances of interest rate cut would be very bleak and 100% dependent on the data driven. The forex reserve remained robust and RBI governor has clearly pointed out that India has remained the preferred destination for investments among the investors. A lot has happened on the global front during this week, right from the on and off talk between US and China and then new enhanced tariff imposition on steel and aluminum by US President Trump. And most important, the fallout between the Elon Musk and President Trump. जी हाँ, Elon Musk और President Trump की जोड़ी अब टूटती हुई नजर आ रही है. Now when Elon Musk has left the dodgy department of US government, a very ugly battle has started on social media where both are commenting below the belt. Elon Musk ने तो यहाँ तक कह दिया that without his support, President Trump would have not become a president. In response, President Trump has said that Elon Musk has gone crazy due to the government's subsidies on EV are going to be taken back, and this is going to be very interesting to watch that how this feud is going to be. वहीं जियोपॉलिटिकल फ्रंट पर भी काफी हलचल मची रही. ऑन वन साइड रशिया इज कीपिंग काम after an aggressive and unprecedented drone attack by the Ukraine on Russia's air asset. But as expected, President Trump has announced on Truth Social that Russia is going to take revenge and the peace talks between Russia and Ukraine are not going to be fruitful at this point. The problem of US economy and the uncertainty on the tariffs are keeping all the global economies on edge. The increasing debt of US and high interest rate has put Fed once again into the limelight, and President Trump has not wasted any single moment by pointing out Fed chief to be very late and slow once again. The double bonanza from the RBI governor of interest rate cut and the CR rate have pushed the markets up. In intraday itself, Bank Nifty has clocked more than 1,000 points of rally from level of 55,500 to 56,700. The same way, Nifty 50 also have seen the rally of almost 1% in intraday, but still, even after the double bonanza, Nifty 50 have failed to regain the levels of 25,150 on the closing basis. Broader indices की बात करें तो मिड एंड स्मॉल कैप ने अपनी आउट परफॉर्मेंस को कंटिन्यू किया और इस हफ्ते स्मॉल कैप ने ऑलमोस्ट 4% के रिटर्न्स क्लॉक किए, वहीं मिड कैप हैव क्लॉक्ड मोर देन 2% ऑफ रिटर्न्स ऑन वीक ऑन वीक बेसिस. For this week, construction sector have outperformed all other sectors with more than 9.79% of gains on the week-on-week basis. नंबर 2 और नंबर 3 पे रहे PSU banks and private banks with 2% and 1.87% of gains respectively. नेगेटिव सेक्टर की बात करें तो मीडिया सेक्टर ने week-on-week basis पर -0.82% के रिटर्न्स क्लॉक किए. FIs have continued with their relentless selling, and this week as well they have sold more than 4,500 crore rupees of stocks in the cash market, whereas DIs have tried their best to absorb all the selling, and this week they have come up with the number of 16,000 crore rupees of buying in the cash stock markets. On the derivative side, FIs are increasing their short position relentlessly, and on every rise they are making more shorts. However, they are not able to capitalize on their shorts as of now, as markets are quite resilient and not breaching below the level of 24,500. But as on date, FIs are almost 83% short in index futures, with carrying significant short positions on the option sides as well. For this week, all three important commodities, gold, silver and crude oil have resumed their upward trajectory, with silver outpacing gold by almost 6% and clocked 8% of gains during this week. Silver has hit the 13-year high and pulling the gold-silver ratio to its lowest since the Trump administration has announced the tariffs on the Liberation Day. With this continuing of upward momentum, silver may see much more higher prices in the coming time. साथ ही Brent crude oil ने भी इस हफ्ते 3.5% के gains clock किए. Amid a lot of uncertainty and off and on call between US and China and other geopolitical situations, global indices this week have closed almost on a flat line. जहां डाउ ऑलमोस्ट फ्लैट रहा, वहीं डेक्स जर्मनी 0.86% के गेंस के साथ बंद हुआ और नैस्डैक ने वीक ऑन वीक बेसिस पे 1.22% के गेंस क्लॉक किए. Flipkart has secured the approval of RBI for an NBFC license. That means going forward, Flipkart is going to enter in the lending market as a non-banking financial corporation. In another important event, Dassault Aviation and Tata Technology have signed 4 production transfer agreements to manufacture Rafale fighter aircraft fuselages in India. This is going to be the first time when Rafale engines are going to be manufactured out of France. India's composite PMI numbers have come for the month of May, and it has gone down by 7 BPS as compared to the previous month data of 59.7. This means that the business activity grew less in month of May than in the month of April. Stock and news में HDB Financial Services, which is a subsidiary of HDFC Bank, has got the approval from the SEBI to launch a 12,500 crore rupees of IPO, and it includes a fresh issue of 2,500 crore and an offer for sale of rupees 10,000 crore rupees. Once again, Bharat Electronics have received the order of 537 crore rupees for the communication equipment, advanced composite communication systems for ships, jammers, and etc. On international front, Tesla seems to be all ready and prepared to enter Indian auto markets, as they have now hired a 24,500 square feet of area for a service center in Mumbai's Kurla West near its upcoming BKC showroom at a total cost of 25 crore rupees. Tesla had also acquired spaces in Pune and Bangalore. This is it for this week. We'll come up with more information next week. Till that time, stay tuned with us. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.